getting on Chiron too, like just
You
bothering
won.
about it.
I'm like, bro, you won nationals 3 times, and you got this 21-year-old kid picking you of all people. Man, he was zoned the fuck out over that. There's another kid that's bothering Julian. The kid, so Talese that Ronnie Shields trains, the Cuban kid. That kid wants to fight Julian,
Yeah, I seen that. Is
and
it?
I'm like,
Is that in the works?
I accepted it. I accepted it. All I need is 8 weeks,
That
Vada,
kid's
and a
good.
date. He is good. He
He
is
can
good.
punch a little too.
He is good. That's great. That's great. But guess what? I told you he picking you. He think you shot. He want to get your name on his resume.
Hmm.
So he can say whatever he want. He can do whatever he want. Me and Julian don't get along all the time. But that's the one thing we get along 100% on. I know how to tap into him. I'm like, he's fucking disrespecting you, dog. And I'm not saying it as a lie. I'm saying it like you should be offended by some 10-year-old kid bothering you. That's the kind of shit that make you get up early in the morning. That's the kind of shit that like JYD, his last fight, I told him, I said, you got a fight on your hands, son. This kid
Drop the
not
ball.
playing with you. He tired of all this talk about how hard you punch. I know men. He didn't talk shit to you at the weigh-in. He just let you know, he gave you his energy of, I'm not scared of you. I don't give a fuck about you. I've been in here with tougher guys than you. And it was a tough fight. So if I can't tap into a guy like that, I don't even want to train him. I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. That's just the kind of person that I am. So uh yeah, man, I like it when everybody is against this. I can't help it. I know it's probably a mental defect that I got, you know what I mean? But I just can't help it. I like it that way. I want everybody to be against me. I want everybody to be against my guy. Cause when you pull it off like that, you silence everybody. Nobody can say nothing. I mean, what if you was going around saying a guy's gonna get his ass beat and then he don't? You gotta be a hater if you just don't shake their hand and say, I was wrong, bro. You proved me wrong. That's the best feeling in the world. So I'm not like a big trash talker or think I'm tough or none of that kind of stuff, but that turns me on to take a fight that nobody think you can win and everybody is going against you. It's the it's like the crowning experience in my life, man. I can't help it. That's just I like for my kids to even be through it. You know what I mean? My daughter's rarely through it because she usually wins, but my son's a little guy, and when he played basketball or football, and the other teams are like, "We're gonna get you 21, we're gonna get you 25," because he be cooking. I love that. I'm like, that's what we here for, son. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of fighters that I like. So if Earl do take Fundora, that's a tough fight. Everybody knows it, but that's what we got to get up for. We're
We'll
gonna go
get
to that
Michael
place
Fox for sparring, and we'll get it done.
in JYD,
And JYD, yeah, he's lengthy as well, and
and he's
southpaw.
southpaw.
Yep,
Yep. So
he's
I'm
good.
I'm good. I'm good. Trust me. I don't worry about that, bro. You know what I mean? I don't worry about that kind of stuff, man. I
I
might
see
not
this
talk a
happening.
lot.
I ain't gonna lie. I see this happening.
Listen, it might, but I'm being fair. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some great coaches that's candidate. You know what I mean? Coaches that accomplish more than I have. You know what I mean? So it ain't no guarantee that I'm gonna get this job.
Now, when you seen the press conference and media workout with David and David Morrel, Benavides and Morrel, did you see like fear in Morrel? I know he threw his belt. I know that David Benavides really pushed the shit out of him. Mental warfare is such a big thing in this game. I mean, what did you see in that moment? Because I interviewed Benavides. He had a lot to say, especially about Vada testing as well, saying that he didn't want to do no Vada testing. You know what I mean? He's complaining, this is his biggest fight ever. I had to do, what? How many months with Caleb and you guys? You guys did 13,
Great.
what, 13
We
weeks
did
or some
three
shit?
months. It was
Yeah.
like 12 or 13 weeks. It was like three months. Yeah.
And y'all had to go
Um.
through it. He's complaining about it,
So wait, let me get this right. David Morrell is complaining about Vada.
about Vada testing. Yes.
Um,
And also, David said that there was, some talks back in the day throughout his career that he got accused of that as well. But he threw it out there yesterday in our interview, so I kind of wanted to talk to you
um,
about it.
I'm glad that he's talking about that because David Benavides is one of the faces of boxing. So when a guy who's a face of boxing is proactive with Vada and drug testing and things like that, that's only a good thing. So I'd love to hear. I love to hear David talk like that. Me and David are real cool, by the way. People, the shit talk with Caleb. Me and David cool, man. I like David. I seen him. Actually, we was on the card with the when he fought. How do you say the guy named Vatic?
By Boswick, yeah,
That's how you say his name.
yeah,
The nail.
Alexander Boswick or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. We was on the same card, so I'm glad he's doing that. I didn't know all of that kind of stuff was happening, but that's cool. No, I didn't see fear in Morrel's eyes. I don't know him well enough to say if he was scared or not. I know that he snapped and threw the belt at him. You know what I mean? It looked like he was trying to hit him. So he might be a little bit crazy. But he's been chasing the fight. He's want the fight. I know people that's on his team, and they all seem to think that he's gonna knock David out, David Benavides out early. Actually, everybody on his team is super confident that he's gonna knock him out. Um, so I'm just looking for a great fight. I know he's been chasing the fight for a long time, and I'm glad that Benavides took the fight. I really am because you know, even if I go against a fighter, I got a way of knowing how to respect the guy. So Benavides was left out against Canelo, right? He never got that fight, right? If he didn't fight David Morrel, then he would be a hypocrite because he was chasing Canelo and said, I deserve the fight, I deserve the fight, I deserve the fight. And Canelo didn't fight him, right? So now you got this one young guy that's coming up wanting to fight you. Give him some smoke, give him a chance, let him fight you. See, prove prove your point. And he did it. I don't got nothing bad to say about David Benavidez because he don't have to fight Morrel. He don't. He chose to fight him. He's the A side. And I respect that. I do. I respect the fact that he said, you know what, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. This dude been calling me out for the longest time. I want to fight him. I'm gonna give him a fight. Who can complain about that? Now, if he didn't fight him, right, people could say y'all in the same weight division, y'all both with PBC. You want Canelo to give you smoke and give you a big opportunity, but why don't you get a young gun a big opportunity? People could say that to him, but they can't say it because he gave him a fight. So I respect the fact that he's taking a fight. That's old school. That's old school way of fighting. I respect it, and I'm actually picking Benavidez to win the fight. I think he's
Hmm.
going to win the fight. I think it's going to be a war. I think it's going to be a shootout. But I just um I never seen Morrel make adjustments in the fight. I never seen can he go to a plan B. I never seen how he is if he's not the bigger, stronger guy in the ring. I haven't seen how he adjusts if he's not winning. The last fight, the guy gave him some trouble, but he was winning. He was always the head. He's always the dog on top. I want to see if he's the dog on bottom, how he could fight as a bottom side dog. 'Cause there is a difference. I don't mean to talk about nothing gruesome and stuff, dog fighting and stuff, but there is a difference in a dog that can fight on the top and a dog that can fight on the bottom. I want to see if he can do that. I'm not saying he can't, but I haven't seen him do it, so therefore I can't give him credit for doing it. So um, I like Benavidez.
All right, man.
I
Well,
like
Breadman,
Benavidez.
I really appreciate your time. I know we can go on and on and on talking boxing, but I know that you got things to do.
Bro, I'm sitting outside of Target right now. I just can't walk in there talking crazy, man. I'm literally sitting out of Target right now.
All